Hi guys, today I wanted to do my very best to reach out to anybody that has taken my class Design with 4x6 in mind. Some kind of important information. The site that hosts the class currently, coursecraft.net, is closing. So I'm looking into different avenues of where I can kind of put this class back up. However, that type of situation would become really only important to people that haven't signed up for this class and would be signing it up as new students. So if you've purchased this class, I want to do my very best to make sure that you guys can keep your purchase, keep the lessons, videos, things like that. So if you haven't already done so, make sure that you have downloaded the sketches, download the PDF. Those are all pretty easy to figure out within the website where the class is hosted. However, getting the videos can be a little tricky. Now, I am going to show you guys how to do this. I am working with a regular PC and I'm using Chrome as my browser. This, to my understanding, is the method to get it using Chrome or Firefox. If you have Apple and Safari, or you're using a different, like Microsoft Edge, one of those things, you may have to do some of your own research on your own to kind of figure out how to get a video off of an embedded website, or an embedded video off of a website, and what your specific steps would be. So today I'm going to just kind of take you through step by step how to do it if you have a PC and either Chrome or Firefox. So I'm going into the first lesson to kind of, this is going to be our little sample to kind of walk through. So this is the class page that you would see when you come in here. Different information, the video is always at the top, the examples, the detail photos, and then down here at the bottom, you've got your PDF to download and your sketch to download. So in order to save this video to your computer so that you can then kind of access it whenever you want to and retain that class purchase, we're going to walk through how to do that. So the first thing that you want to do is to start playing the video. And I'm going to go ahead and turn down my volume so that we don't have to listen to me talking. So the video is going to start playing. From there, you're going to want to press F12 on your keyboard. It's going to open up this second area over here. Now, I've done this a couple times today, so mine is kind of taking some of the steps away. When you first come in here, you are more than likely going to already be on this Elements tab, and you're going to see a lot of like HTML code going on over here. Don't worry, don't start freaking out. What you want to do is you want to come up here to the fourth tab, you want to hit Network. You might be on this section that says All. You want to come over here and you want to hit Media. I'm going to come back over to the video and I'm going to pause the video. After that, I'm going to press F5. And mine's running a little slow because I am recording my screen, so this is going to be a little bit different, just kind of on the speed of your computer and stuff like that. You are going to look for anything that pops up over here that ends with MP4. I can't remember at this point how consistent I was in naming my final videos, and it took me months to make this class, and there was some hiccups along the way. So I'm not 100% sure that these are going to all kind of say the same thing. But you're basically going to look for anything that ends in .mp4. Once you find that, you've got a couple different options. You can either right-click and hit Open in New Tab, and it's going to start playing the video in its own window. You can also double-click that title, and it's going to do the exact same thing. Now from here, you also have two different methods of how you can save the video. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Go with what you think is easier, go with what makes sense to you. You can either right-click on the video, select Save Video As. It's going to open up your File Explorer. I'm on my desktop. I made a folder with the class name Design with 4x6 in mind. I'm going to double-click on that. I'm going to go ahead and leave. Actually, I'm going to change this because I'm going to download these myself so that I can put them on a new hosting site. So I'm just going to change this to say lesson 1, design with 4x6. Rename it whatever you guys want. If you guys are downloading this, it's for you. Label it something that makes sense to you. And then I'm going to hit save. And you can see down here at the bottom, it's downloaded. It's an MP4. I'm good to go. The other method that you can do is, instead of right clicking and doing save as, you can come over here to the 3 dots. You can left click, select download, and it's going to automatically start downloading. But then the difference here is you're going to need to come back to your file explorer. You're going to need to go into your downloads. You're going to find it, and then you can copy and paste it into the location that you want it to live, drag and drop it, that kind of thing. For me, I personally prefer the right click save video as, because it's just going to save me a little bit less steps in organizing them, because I can come in here and I can go to the place that I want them to live and just save it directly there. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to go through this again with lesson 2. So you guys obviously go back and watch the video over and over again if you need the steps slowed down. I'm also going to make, like, I'm trying to think of the word, like, I'm going to do screenshots and kind of label them so you guys can follow along that way as well. Okay, I'm looking for the X. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the lesson list. And again, this may look a little bit different for you guys because I'm seeing it from the administrative side. So I don't know if when you guys go into this, if this is how you see it. I'm kind of curious. So again, I'm going to click the lesson that I want to download the video for. If you haven't already done so, my suggestion is to go straight to the bottom, download your PDF, and download your sketch. These are going to do the thing where, like, if I click download file, it's going to start downloading here and it's going to show up in my downloads. So those are ones that I would have to move around. So here you can see it's downloading the PDF in my downloads. So this is stuff that I'll just go through and download the PDFs, and then later today I'll go through and move them into the folder that I made to house all of the class content. So I'm going to go back up to the top again. First step, enter the lesson. Second step, play the video. Third step, press F12. Funny little window is going to pop up. Now, if you've already done one of these, it should already bring you back to this network tab. So you want to be on network, and you should already have media selected. That's where you want to be. From there, you want to hit F5, and it's going to search the page for the media. And here you can see it is titled a little bit differently. This was some stuff that I had to kind of do on the back end, but you're looking for lesson 2, and it is an MP4 file. So I'm a right clicker, so I'm going to right click and hit open in new tab. Video is going to open. I can go ahead and just pause it, let it play. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to right click, save video as. It's because I'm doing this back to back, it's guessing that this is where I want to be. It is where I want to be. This is the folder that I have created. I'm going to go ahead and change the title of this one as well and title it similarly. So I'm going to say lesson 2, design with 4x6. Make sure that this still says MP4 and hit save. I believe if you are in your class or when you go to log in, on their homepage, there is this information up here. So it says we're not accepting new signups, and I think that that means new signups as far as people putting a new class on the website. You have until now, and when the site is no longer there, that you can still purchase the class. So if you haven't purchased the class and you want to, do it sooner rather than later, and then immediately go through and save everything like we've been talking. I think it's through the end of April, but I'm not 100% because I can't remember if it said the 22nd of April or it said the 30th. It was, I think, in an email. I'm going to double check that. I'll put that information in the description box. Pretty much only stuff regarding this I'm going to put in the description box. I'll go through and delete everything else to kind of clean it up and make it a little bit easier for you guys to follow that. The other thing that I'm going to mention at the end of this video is, if you aren't aware yet, I did make, welcome to my Facebook, guys. I did make a Facebook group. It's probably the best thing that I decided to do. It's a lot easier to connect with you guys on here. It's a lot easier to kind of answer questions. Lately, the ones that have been coming through are photo collages and what printer do I use. So I've got stuff on here for that. You can either look up the group, so ColieBing Craft Connection, or in the description box, I'm keeping a link to the group. We're almost to 100 members at this point. Lots of good discussions going on. I kind of come here first when I'm brainstorming like an issue. So we've been talking about, you know, what avenues do I have to kind of rehome this class, different things that I'm considering doing this summer, different series, different things like that. I think I have in here in the media, I've got a frequently asked question thing that I'm kind of pulling up. So I've got information on the trimmer that I'm using. Somebody had asked more details about that. This is the printer that I'm using. Lots more details about that. You can come over here and hit see more on the description, and it's all in here. Groups are also searchable. So like once you join the group, you can hit search and you can type printer and you can usually find the post of people asking. So like this one, I think this one was one where I was in any immediate questions that needed to kind of go into the albums I'm putting here. But right here, somebody was asking, what printer do you use? And there's a whole discussion going on down here regarding that. So just kind of another avenue, I guess, of accessing, like if you need more details on a question than I can really put in a reply to a comment on YouTube, but maybe it's not enough that I need to make a completely separate video on. Okay, with that, I'm going to leave you guys here. If you have any questions or concerns, leave me a comment down below in the YouTube video, or if you are on Facebook and you like Facebook groups, head over to the Facebook group, request the access. There's like 2 questions to answer as far as like, can you follow the rules type of thing. And I'm going to have, I'll probably pin it to the top of the group for the next couple weeks until this website closes. I'll have a whole post with anything regarding the class as far as issues with downloading them, anybody trying to get in before the site closes, that kind of thing. So I hope that this helps. I hope you guys can follow along. I'm also going to post the screenshots that are kind of labeled. So if you feel like you need just a little bit more help or you don't want to keep watching this video over and over again, those are going to be over in the Facebook group. So until then, again, I appreciate all of your guys' support and stuff like that. So I try to reciprocate with things like this to try to help you guys on your end as much as I possibly can. So I will catch you guys later with more than likely a process video. So until then, bye guys.